Hello wonderful person, this is Anton and welcome back to the next part of Surviving Mars, and my apologies for the long delay with continuation of the series. I mostly kind of stopped because, as you may have seen from my review, I did start a new game where I realized how many horrible mistakes I made with this particular colony, and for this reason we're going to do two things with this particular playthrough. First of all, I'm going to now call this the beginning of downfall, because I'm pretty sure that something horrible will happen in this particular playthrough relatively soon. And because we're running out of so many things, and specifically one thing that I'm really worried about is actually the mechanical or machine parts that are kind of going to be running low at some point. And also a lot of colonists actually just decided to ditch the planet and leave completely. I'm not sure how long we'll survive here. We also seem to have no water in this dome. Why not? Was there damage somewhere? But anyway, so there's going to be a lot of things going wrong. And so at the end, I'm going to try to basically see if anyone survives, and if no one survives, then we'll see what happens when everybody dies, because I haven't really had that experience yet. But I'm also gonna at some point show you the other playthrough I've been kind of doing off camera with USA, and that game was so much easier. Oh my god, it's just so much easier. Mostly because you also get constant money replenishment. Here, if we go into our money resources right now, we have 600 million from selling those rare materials a few playthroughs again, or maybe it was like actually last video. And this is all I'll get ever. Like, I'll be getting 600 million per rocket, and if I were to send a cargo rocket back now, I may be able to get like, okay, let's say I need something really urgently, like electronics. I can get 30 electronics max. That's all I get. That's ridiculous. That's nothing. That's very little. Anyway, so we're gonna see what happened here. I don't remember what happened because I basically took a week-long break from this. But for some reason we're getting no water, and there are a few buildings that are not working. Okay. So let me just fix this real quickly. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, so in this part of the colony, we are actually lacking metals. We have basically no metal left to repair our stuff. And that is a huge problem. Like, that's why I'm calling this playthrough downfall now, because I don't think things will go well for us. Also, if you remember from one of the last parts, we did build a metal extractor, although I don't know how well it's going to be working for us, because there's a lot of problems in this particular part of the map. First of all, we don't really have that much metal. So there is some underground metal here, and there's a little bit of underground metal there, which means I actually have to build another dome in there, because you can't really use underground metals without a dome, or you can't extract them, that is. And in this case, this would have been actually a nice location for a metal extractor. But until we start extracting more metals, we won't really be able to get anything. Now, I need to quickly start gathering metal with my gathering rover, which I think is this guy, right? Yeah, transporter. So he needs to go and deliver metals to various parts of the colony so they can start repairing things, because I am a little bit worried about the situation right now. I'm gonna try to see if I can maybe basically survive this episode without killing and dying anyone else, and losing anyone else, that is. But at this point, I'm not even sure anymore. Now, what do these guys need? These guys need electronic parts, right? And I also think we might be ridiculously low on electronics parts as well. Yeah, we have 8 left. That's crazy. That's insane. And this is an electronics factory. It's supposed to be making electronics parts. So yeah, there's gonna be tons of problems. Anyway, let's advance this. So let's see how bad this can get, and let's see what happens when things just go wrong for a colony. Because, you know, a lot of you, that especially those of you that may have purchased this game, may have already seen what happens when you actually do really well. Because it's not very. Shut up! I know we have shortages. We have more problems than water shortage. Oh, look at that! Yeah, that's what we're missing from life. So a lot of you may have seen what happens when you basically do well in this game, but let's see what happens when you don't do so well. Let's see what happens when you actually screw up dramatically, and everybody
Cable fault reported.
Sort of, kind of
We have a power shortage.
dies.
We have a power shortage.
I know, I'm sorry.
Reported.
Okay, Oh yeah, that's because of the vortex slash dust devil that just probably caused a lot of problems to our colony. Well, that's not the worst that happened to us. Wow, these guys just used up 16 metal. That is pretty crazy. Also, we are currently not producing any more concrete, but we have enough. I think we have enough. So let's not worry about concrete just yet. What I do want to worry about, or what I should worry about, is basically everything else. Like, okay, we're getting some fuel and stuff. We're also getting some rare metals that can maybe export and bring back some materials to the planet. But the thing is, as soon as we run out of those rare metals, which is going to happen after about 337 more units, that's when things will go really bad for us. Oh, this guy also needs electric parts? No, I don't make enough.
We have a power shortage.
Okay, storage space is full. Oh, that's because we're full of these things, right? We need to produce a few more dumping sites. Now, in one of my future games, I actually discovered, when I say future games, in one of my games where I actually advanced a little bit farther than this, I discovered that at some point you can actually convert all of this garbage stuff, or whatever they are called, the waste rock, that's right. You can actually convert waste rock into cement. And that's a pretty cool tool, pretty cool technology to have. So in other words, you get absolutely no waste. Everything is being recycled, and absolutely everything is being used as it should be used, which is pretty awesome. But
Sector scanned.
Dust
storm approaching.
No, not the dust storm. I'm not ready for the dust storm. Okay, fine. I mean, what did I expect? I sat on a top of a volcano. What did you expect, right? Well, let's see how long people survive. So we have 42 people right now. I believe when I started this game, or when I started the video, I had a little bit more, maybe. But a lot of them are actually sitting in a rocket right now. They're ready to go home. I remember as soon as one of the rockets landed, there was a huge exodus of like 13 or 14 people just running for it. They're like, no, please, fuel it up. Take us back home. This place sucks. I really wonder what goes through a mind of a person who came to this colony. Like, they actually expected some sort of paradise. They should have known better, right? That's why they have really intense screening for this type of storage space full. What are you talking about? Or concrete. Okay, so we have enough concrete right now, which means we might need to actually move some over there. And this guy is now full on metal, so we're gonna return this metal back to the colony here. Now, the cool thing about this particular area, or this particular map, is that it has a lot of metal lying around outside. So there's like a good amount. There's maybe 200 or so. So that actually allows you to build up your initial colony pretty quickly. But I think because of the way that this game is designed, you actually have to continuously discover new materials. And in this particular situation, we don't have anywhere else to go. We're basically stuck on top of this. If there was at least like more to the circle here, like if I had the other 4 parts of the circle, a volcanic circle, to explore, that would be nice. But I'm basically just in a quarter of it, and there is just very limited amount of materials here. So we have lots of shortages. Do we have any food? Yeah, we have some food. No rare materials. We have all sorts of shortages, including power shortage. And now everything here is broken. Why? I just brought the metals. What did you just do? You just brought metals, right? Yeah. Oh, maybe I shouldn't bring this guy here. That would make sense. Oh, it's because this thing is broken. Yeah, that makes sense. So I need to bring an electronics part here. I think they're gonna repair everything, right? Yeah. This is such a great rover. It's just such a cool way of doing things. All right, so we got new research. If you watched my review, I actually talked about how research becomes very, very long later on, and it really turns into a waiting game. And in this case, this is exactly kind of what's happening now. I still have some research I would love to have, but I'm far from getting it. We're still far from getting to that part. All right, let's get some more metals. Let's basically collect all of the metals we have and turn this into a barren land with no exposed materials on the surface, because we collected and used it up all. But nevertheless, I don't think it's going to go well for us. I don't know, I just have a bad feeling about this. Having played through several times and seeing what I created this on the first playthrough, I am just not very happy. But you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm going to go and continue playing this until there's really nothing left. No, that's not. I don't want to dump inside. I wanted to have a concrete deposit. There we go. Put one here. This guy is low on energy, so I have to bring him back for recharging. Okay, so there's some parts are being produced, which is good. But remember, this thing depends on the rare metals, and this thing depends on electronic parts, and also metals, and they both depend on electronic parts. So as soon as my rare mine is out of stuff, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to send everyone back. They're all gonna have to go back to Earth. Actually, their Polo is just gonna die because I don't think I'll even have fuel, because the fuel refinery, which is, where is it? Where is the fuel refinery? Oh wow, I forgot where I built it. Ah, there it is, right? That's polymer factory and fuel refinery here. The fuel refinery depends on water, and the water thingy depends on, where's the water extractor? Oh no, it doesn't depend. I thought it depended on the machine parts. Okay, so but fuel refinery depends on the machine parts, and machine parts need people to be produced, and so we're back to the cycle of not being able to produce anything later on, not now. Oh wow, this sector that I just discovered has a lot of water. If only I needed water. I don't need water. Thank you. I need everything. That was blood water. Anywho. So let's see what we can do here. I actually would like to also maybe explore all of these areas just to see what else we can discover nearby. And if I maybe made a mistake of landing here instead of landing there. Well, this area doesn't have that. This area doesn't really have that many places to build. Also places to look for different materials. So these guys are suffocating. And they're also miserable. They're also practically insane. All of them. Like this is what the face of insanity is like. If you ever saw one, that's them right there. Look at them. They're just kind of hugging themselves and just walking in circles, probably talking to themselves, trying to save both oxygen and water. Basically, this is what an insane colonist looks like. All thanks to me. And they all basically want to go back home to Earth. I don't blame them. I mean, yes, it was their choice to come here, but it was my choice to build such a badly inefficient colony here. Moving on. Let's wait for something interesting to happen. Maybe we'll get to load one of the rockets with fuel and also send it back to Earth. And this might mean that we're gonna lose some colonies, but whatever. So let's actually take some of the fuel here. And I think we can also take maybe some more. And send one of these babies back. Can I unload my fuel here somewhere? I think I can just unload it here. So far nothing super bad happened. And I believe we survived the dust storm as well. So nobody really died. Even though no one is super happy. Let's actually see if these guys here are happier. Oh, they are. Wow. So I guess the amount of types of buildings I have does create a slightly happier colony. No, these guys are... Oh wait, no, what about these guys? Are you guys okay? Are you happy here? Nope, you're not. You're insane. All of you are insane.
We have an oxygen shortage.
Okay, I know we do. So did that bring enough fuel to load one of the rockets? Maybe? Maybe not. Oh, they haven't loaded them yet, that's why. We're gonna wait a little bit until they complete their tasks. And it looks like we have our first suicide, or maybe it's the first I've seen so far. So this person could not take it anymore. They killed themselves. That's so sad. Wow.
Colonist has died.
Oh no. Another one? Or the same person? Oh, last remains of An Ming Yang, deceased. Suicide due to low sanity. Wow, if you ever think about it, like, oh, this guy too couldn't take it anymore.
Sector scanned.
This is like the last I expected of our colony. I didn't think people would start killing themselves. I mean, I thought maybe they'll suffocate and die of hunger when we had those storms, and they survived that. That should give them like a reason to live and to hope and to wish. Apparently didn't. Apparently they just like, screw it. This is not worth it. Even though the rocket is almost loaded and is ready to go, they were totally not okay with it. I'm gonna unload metal here and also bring some resources from here. I want to see if I have any electronics parts, because I would like to repair that drone hub. And yeah, there's 2 here, 4 here. That's all we have. That's crazy. That is all we have. It's pretty bad. So we're still gonna take it though. And let's take all of the electronics parts from here and all of the fuel, because we're gonna send the rocket back and hopefully make a little bit more money with this. Let's see if it's even a good idea. And at some point later on, we might be able to bring a rocket with some absolutely crucial resources that we need to survive. I love the effects here. Look how dusty this is. This is awesome. It's covered in Mars sand. Oh, there's people there. I never even noticed. Don't panic. This should be the screenshot for this video. Don't panic. We're okay. Kind of. We're sort of dead, but we're okay. Yep. That's it. That's all they did today. That was their that was all the work they wanted to do. Okay, so we're going to see if maybe, just maybe, yeah, okay, that repaired the station. Perfect. The hub is now working. That's all I wanted from this. And I also need to start collecting more metals. There's still a lot of stuff lying around here, so might as well start doing that. This rocket is, okay, not ready just yet, but almost ready. I don't know why they can't bring stuff from here. Can't you take stuff from here? I guess you can't. Also, what happens when I salvage this? Do I get... Oh yeah, I do get electronic parts. So if I ever need like extreme electronic parts in metal, I can just deconstruct the rocket. And wow, this part of the colony is not really doing well at all. That is insane. I didn't even notice this. So I think... Oh, I know what happened. I think my my hub is out of what do you call them, electronic parts, right? Yeah, so because it's broken, it can't repair any of these things, and now all of them are basically broken. So I'm bringing...
They claimed our last living founder.
Oh,
Spelling the end of an era for us all.
oh, another person died. Okay, well, expected, you know. 6 people died already since I basically started talking about people dying. We're still not loaded completely with this rocket though. We still need like 15 fuel, and hopefully these guys will now repair everything. Did they do it? Not everything. Why not? Oh, mechanical parts, machine parts. I don't know if I have any. I may not have any left.
There are Earthsick colonists.
There are not just Earthsick colonies, lady. Oh yeah, there are some. There are a lot more other problems in this particular situation right now, if you haven't noticed. So I'm going to take these machine parts, bring them over there. It really sucks that you have to do this manually. In the future, or I guess later on when you advance through the game, you can actually have these shuttles that do it for you. They only take fuel. And they're actually really efficient. They basically just fly around in the Martian atmosphere. And essentially what they do is they bring various materials all over the colony, especially to the places where they need those materials. What's interesting though is when you think about it, technically speaking, Mars doesn't really have enough atmospheric pressure to have sustained flight. But
Sector scanned.
the way that
Anomaly found.
those machines work, they seem to. Maybe I can show it to you in the research here. So unfortunately, I don't have these uncovered just yet. But I believe the way they work is very similar to how this works. They generate such a high RPM. Basically, they rotate so fast that the actual stream is strong enough for them to start moving around, and they then use ridiculously high speed to try to travel across Martian atmosphere. But I believe wings would not be enough to generate any kind of lift. You have to have really, really large wings to generate the lift in the Martian atmosphere. So something here is still not working. What is this? Fuel refinery. It still needs machine parts.
Food shortage.
Okay. Oh, it's because I turned it off. That's why. Oh, that's why we're not making fuel. I forgot about this. Now I turn it back on. Okay, so is there any more fuel here? A little bit, not enough. And on top of all the other problems, we also seem to have a lot of starving colonists, which is really, really ironic because it's happening right here on my farm that I created. I think this farm was a huge mistake, but, well, it happened, you know, it happened. I don't really know why nothing is being produced here. I did notice that there were a lot of failed crops. It's maybe because they're so depressed. I don't know. They don't seem to want to produce food. There's definitely a lot of learning lessons, or a lot of lessons to learn from this particular playthrough. Specifically that I really need to choose my area carefully before I decide to land somewhere. If you are one of those people that is just incredibly good at managing resources and just strategizing and planning things out, let me know in the comments below what you actually did different about your playthrough, specifically with an oligarch like in my playthrough, and also in this particular location, right on top of Olympus Mons. Definitely not the best location I could have chosen, but it was fun. It was definitely fun. So we have the 15 fuel needed for this particular rocket, so we're gonna just place our guy right here. Hopefully this will be enough of a distance for all these little guys to load the rocket. There we go. And we're gonna send this back. There's 30 rare metals on it. This will hopefully give us 1.2 million resources now, or money that is. And here we go. Perfect. Yay, we're gonna be able to send the rocket back. So things are not looking terribly bad just yet. Okay, they are, but not like horribly bad. Okay, they are, but not like, oh, this is the game over bad. Because yeah, people are dying, even though there's 35 people on Mars right now, but we are still kind of functioning, sort of. Not well, but we are functioning. How are we doing with? Oh, okay, there's still a lot of deposits. Now I don't know why I'm getting these power shortages, to be honest. I'm guessing it's because I have a new colony that I built, although it could be something else.
A colonist has died.
Okay, so the rocket made it back to Earth, and we only received 600 million again. I actually, for some reason, was getting more in my game as USA. I don't really know why.
There are Earthsick.
Maybe it's because of the difficulty settings. But yeah, we also just lost like 2 more people. Didn't really mention it because they once again decided to kind of give up and commit suicide. Not the best way to go. I would prefer if they just starve to death. I mean, that's just, it would make me feel like it's more my fault, whereas this was more of their choice. All right, so there's some metals here. We're gonna transfer them.
Shortage.
Oh, there's lots of metals here. How are you guys doing with metal? You're also good. Okay, so we can start focusing on other materials. But I don't really get why we have food shortage, to be honest. It is quite possible that it's due to water shortage.
Sector scanned.
Although,
Found.
I don't know. Maybe just I got really unlucky with a lot of crops and they just failed, all of them.
Died.
I'm not sure. Anywho, so yeah, another colonist just died. So I think I'm gonna actually unofficially stop this playthrough when there's no colonists left, basically when we're down to 0. because it's going to be really difficult to well, okay, I could create a completely robotic colony that's sort of self-sufficient and runs by itself, especially because there's actually research that you can unlock that allows you to have drone hubs that don't require any repairs or electricity. So you can literally just have a bunch of drone hubs all over the place. But it just wouldn't be fun. But, you know, it is something that I might end up doing. Because there's no other way for us to get money other than having basically this, right? You have the rare resources being collected, or rare metals being collected by people, and those people need a lot of other stuff. As soon as this is out, I will not have any more money coming in until I advance further into research where there is actually research that gives you funding. But that's, once again, far, far, far off, and will probably take like 20 hours to get to. Not particularly fun either, just to wait for that. So it might be better to just start a completely new playthrough later on. Anyway, so let's see if we can maybe survive for at least a couple more episodes, or if we can completely turn this around and maybe just become a totally awesome functional colony. So I think I just saw, yeah, there we go. There's some metals here. These guys are all sick and starving and whatnot. Now, let's maybe see if we need to ship something here. Actually, I do need to ship something. I would like to actually. Let's see if we can maybe. Can we bring some types of buildings that don't require anything? So, like, for example, stirring generators. Those are great, right? Oh, 400? Are you kidding me? I could only bring 3. Because that basically generates energy, but they don't require any repairs or anything else. And that's it. I built Arcology in one of my other games. It's a cool building, but it does require a lot of materials for repairs. Don't remember what this was. I think that's just this increases your research. Water reclamation saves a lot of water in a single dome, and hanging gardens were just for like comfort and making people not go insane, which is something we could actually use right now. But it does require a lot of repairs as well. Then we have medical center and sanatorium, which are also for sanity and health. So maybe, just maybe, this is not what we want. And I think what we do want is actually advanced resources. We might need to bring some electronics here. And possibly machine parts at some point. And that's going to be really expensive when you think about it. But I think I have no other choice. There's really no choice right now. So, okay, we're going to wait a little bit until something major happens. And for now, I think I'm going to stop this video here. So come back tomorrow. There's going to be another video. I'm basically going to just play through until something horrible happens and everyone dies. Or until we reach the end where nothing really happens anymore. So there's going to be hopefully a video at least once per day or maybe once every 2 days. And these will be posted in the same time every day as this video right now. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Space out, and as always, bye bye.